Okay, we should be live. Just gonna get a few things set up in Discord, and then we will begin. Okay, the audio sounds good. I'm pretty much on time today. I did a good job of that. I think we started at 5:03. That's good. That's better than normal. Almost ready to begin. Also, I noticed that Scoota's position change from running back to quarterback was approved. I forgot to do that beforehand, but I'll do that now, and then we can get this show started. I'll check the chat in just a second, by the way. What the heck is, like, Scoota's role, though? To be the backup? I don't know if Scooter wants to be the backup. I mean, there are certainly some quarterback-needy teams. Could use a guy like, say, Scooter Young. Yeah, he is at QB now. I'm just going to make sure the QB depth chart is still the same, because obviously they want Isaiah Thomas starting. What's good, Lucario, Apple, Boomy, Nick, Jax, Noob? What is going on, everybody? I'll check your messages in a second. Okay, good thing I bothered to check. I don't know if he listed any of these guys in a certain order, but if the Chiefs coach were to come today, he can tell me. I don't know. Get noobed. We're doing upgrades tomorrow. I know I'm going to have time tomorrow, so I can guarantee the upgrade video will be coming out then. Did you post it 2.5 weeks ago? It's 45 views. Cool. Must have been doing something right. We ready? You two ready? 7-0 Caps, 5-2 Thunderbirds. I am excited for this game. In Charlotte for a hockey tournament. Cool. You lost game 1, 2-3. Oof. Well, hopefully you win the next one. Okay, so the Caps are the road team, so they are 1. And the Thunderbirds are 2. Which wide receiver is unhappy? It looks like Michael Gallup is unhappy. Hey Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2?
A random number between 1 and 2 is 1.
Well, both devices near me said 1, so that means we'll use during the Caps. The Thunderbirds are 6 and 2. I think I said they were 5 and 2. But I meant to say 6 and 2. Alright, Columbus. The only undefeated team. Will they stay undefeated? This smells like a possible... Oh, wow. They have a lot of messages here. They have a lot of... I actually am curious to see how many upgrade points some of these guys have. Because, A, the Caps didn't get their upgrades the first time since they had a CPU. And I feel like, I don't know if winning really makes a big difference. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, well. All blues, I can do that. Did you post it a year and a half ago? Has 4K views. Actually, 5.7. I mean, it's rare for me to get 5.7. Yeah, this jersey combo is clean. What's their rating? They're an 85. I didn't realize they were that highly rated. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We have Patrick Mahomes, Stephon Diggs, Bobby Wagner, TJ Watt, and Reggie Peters. Superstars, Kenny Clark, Darius Slay, Trent Brown, Carson Wentz, Jameson Crowder, Earl Thomas, CeeDee Lamb, and Big Wally, even though he was X Factor, technically. Linemen can't have that, which is dumb. Offensive linemen should have X Factor. I know they can't, like, make a game-changing play, but give the Hog Mollies their respect. Want to see the Caps get full Juju'd? Well, they're not as cocky as Juju, at least not yet. Smirnoff almost 85. Yeah, those upgrades should certainly get them close. You're nervous but excited. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. This is certainly a big game. Super clickbaity, but you still got the views. That's all that matters. Wow, Wentz only has 2 picks. I didn't realize he was that good. I knew he didn't have a lot, but I didn't realize he had 2. That's That's usually the amount of picks Carson Wentz gets in a half. In real life. Ooh, it's rainy in Toronto. Does it rain a lot in Toronto? I mean, I imagine it does often, but is it, like, common? I don't know, Canadian geography. I know booming light. Or not geography. Weather. Why did I say geography? That doesn't make sense. Would be a statement win for both sides? Yes, it would. The Caps will keep the 1 seed even if they lose, but that's mainly because they've had a bye week and Toronto hasn't. So both teams will have 7 wins if Toronto were to win today. And the Thunderbirds would obviously own the head-to-head tiebreaker, which could be important for seedings. Those views was showing how to make an MLB team on Super Mega Baseball. I imagine those tutorial videos certainly get good views. I mean, some of the tutorial videos I made in the past, not that they were even that good, but they certainly got the views. Game plan, don't give the ball to Malcolm Tremblay. If you thought he fumbled a lot in sunny weather, just imagine what he'll do in rainy weather. Good start again at 12 for Mark Ingram. Ingram has been surprisingly quite good for Toronto this year. I didn't think he'd have that much of a role, but he's actually been more consistent than Singletary. Not that Singletary's on the team anymore, but when Singletary was here, I think Ingram was probably better. Quentin Nelson should have X Factor, which makes it impossible for him to lose when blocking, but can't give up a sack for a full quarter. Yeah, offensive linemen need X Factors. In the Jaguars series, when we've played against the Colts, I feel like Quentin Nelson's like not been that good. So, I mean, if he had X Factor, if he could get in his zone, that would be really cool. I know offensive lineman isn't fun and sexy, but I mean, you can't win a Super Bowl without a good offensive line. Chiefs. Is Carson hurt? I don't think so. I think we looked at injuries at the end of last stream. Caps shall get Steelered. Well, I guess if the Caps lose, that'll give you guys a tie for best record in the league. Check real quick? I guess I can check real quick. He only had 6 carries last week. How many subs till 4K? I think Studio says 3,994, but I think that number's a little bit less, so it's probably like 96 or 97. Yeah, it's currently 3,994. So hopefully we hit it within the next 24 hours. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, is Chris Carson hurt, and we just don't know about it? He is! He broke his foot and he's out 4 weeks. Oh. I guess we didn't check injuries at the end of last stream, because I don't remember that. Huh. Well, that explains why he got 6 carries last week, and that explains why Mark Ingram's doing all the work. Who's his backup? Didn't you guys have like Devontae Freeman at one point? I think you guys, yeah, you guys traded for him from the Texans, so I guess he would be the backup. I think Devontae Freeman would be higher than rated than Mark Ingram will now. I don't know. Regardless, there's no Chris Carson today. So, 3rd and inches, I don't think they got it. TJ Watt brings him down, 4th and inches and 4 down territory. You have to go for it. No problem for that trade. Ian certainly doesn't have remorse. Carson, you glass-boned human. Either gotten lucky or your new graphics have worked. Nice. Are they putting? Are they out of their minds? If this was from, like, their own 29... Oh, that might be what a punt. What a punt! Down at the 7. I don't agree with the call upon it, but it was a darn good one. Considering cashing in Marlon Humphrey this offseason for good assets, I mean, I'd be a little bit interested. We have draft picks. I didn't give up any of my next year picks to move up for Chippendale. I just gave up all my picks last year. And players. What's good, Crockett? Welcome. EA BS. EA with their dumb calls. Solomon, yeah, it is Solomon Thomas. He is hurt. for Toronto. Carson, I went out of Philly Wentz. Well, he's going to get out of Philly. It seems like he's good as gone. Which I don't think the Eagles are necessarily making a smart move unless they get a really good offer. And it seems like the offers are higher than they should be. I'm higher on Wentz than anybody, but he should not get a first. He shouldn't. Now, I think Carson Wentz has a way better chance of being a good quarterback in the long term than Jalen Hurts, which is why I probably wouldn't do this if I was the Eagles. But, I mean, someone's going to give up quite a lot for Wentz, and they'll be laughed at, but it might not be a bad trade in a year from now. So, I'm hoping he does not go to the Bears, and I know they've been linked to him. I imagine it'll be the Bears or a Colts, so hopefully he's a Colt, because I don't want him in the Bears. The Chiefs, well, we're not watching a Chiefs game today, but I imagine they play once or twice, depending on if they have a bye week. Just said, take Jamal, I'll take my quarterback. And that's what you did say. Carson with a solid run for 6. Columbus moving it down the field nicely. Who is the Colts quarterback? Well, I guess their current quarterback will be Jacoby Brissett. Not that he's going to be the starter next year. So they'll get a new starter since Phil is retired. Hanging out with his 11 kids. Why does Peters not... I think this is like a common glitch with like rookie superstars if their X factor doesn't always show up. I can try to fix that for all of it. Why are they kicking a field goal? This is a 58-yard kick, yet on 4th and inches from the 39, Toronto punted. The kick was not even close. What are these calls? But yeah, I'll try to go around for the teams with rookie X factors and fix that. Because it doesn't always... That was an issue last year in Madden 22, I remember. So both teams have been screwed so far by EA, especially the Caps. I mean, why go for a field goal there? I would have punted, and if not punted, you go for it. That was just dumb. Good start for England, though. The OFL gods were to make Carson a player, it would be 99 athleticism, but 1 awareness. He's not an 80, so no, he would still get the X Factor regardless of his rating. Sometimes you need certain ratings to have superstar abilities, but for X Factors, you can be any rating. I'm 99% sure that's the case. So I think you could be like a 12 overall and still have like a zone ability. And Reggie Peters is an 80. Yeah, I think he's an 80 on the nose. And he probably has a good 4 or 5 skill points, which I imagine Nick will be excited to use. Ingram's been a great... That has turned into a great trade for you guys. What'd you give up, like a 4? No flag? That looked like it could have been a PI. A 5th, even better. EA not being smart. It's not in the game. Or being smart, it's not in the... Yeah, I was confused for a second. I cannot speak. EA. That's a tongue twister. Being smart, that's not in our game. 3rd and 6. Mahomes under pressure. Good blocking from the running back. I still think that's Ingram, and he's still sacked by T.J. Watt. I imagine they'll kick the field goal here at Butker. 46 yards. Yeah, it was a little bit shaky, but he got it in. This kick by Harrison Butker, and it's Toronto on the... Wow, that kick barely went in. That almost was not accurate. The conditions are certainly playing an impact today with the rain and the wind. Rain is way cooler on Next Gen, though. It sucks that offline franchises just can't carry over to Next Gen because that would be super convenient, but they don't. Lions are the best team in the league, hot take. I agree with that. The Lions are the best team in the league. That's not even a hot take, it's just true. Jared Goff is elite. DeAndre Swift will be the offensive player of the year next year. And Jamar Chase will get 1,500 receiving yards and 12 receiving touchdowns next year. I'm speaking it into existence. We're picking Jamar Chase at 7. Him, Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift, the love triangle of the future. 12-4 in 2021. Never can figure out why quarterbacks don't run, because Madden's dumb. All the quarterbacks look like they have 50 awareness. I'm sounding like Flight. You're not wrong there, Boone. You're not wrong. That's so biased. I know that. I said what I said. Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift, Jamar Chase, the love triangle of the future.
Number 35, the ball carrier. He was taken down.
Tremblay almost fumbled. How many fumbles is Tremblay going to have today? We have not seen Tremblay fumble it once. I'm shocked by that. Does carrying just not matter? Tremblay is stopped, though, on third down by Proctor. But I don't know if Malcolm Tremblay's fumbled it once this year. And he has 20 carrying. That just shows you that certain ratings do not matter in the slightest. Actually, pretty much every rating doesn't matter in the slightest. When you have punters at quarterback winning you games, which we've had in both OFL 20 and 21, then ratings really just don't matter that much, for the most part. It's just luck, mainly. Where is James Conner? Is he just not showing up today? Another good run for Mark Ingram. Ingram has been running the ball flawlessly today. Back to Ingram. Might as well keep pounding the rock. He gets 4. What is your defense doing? I don't know. They're not looking very good. And the Caps defense has been quite good this season, but not today so far. I mean, the Thunderbirds only have 3 points, but Toronto is definitely in control. You mean punters aren't starting quarterbacks? I mean, Madden thinks otherwise. I mean, I think Jack Fox could win a game or two at quarterback because he's that goated. But other than that, I don't think any punters would win games at quarterback in the NFL. Mark Ingram is just dealing right now.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Second and inches, a read option. Mahomes is stuffed. I believe that's Khaled Sullivan. I think that's who it is, yes. For a loss of about 3. Maybe the Carson injury won't hurt you guys that bad. Clearly not. Mark Ingram looks like prime Mark Ingram when he was on the Saints towards the end with Alvin Kamara. 3rd and 3, another short pass, another first down. A lot of short passes from Toronto. They're working. Mahomes hasn't been slinging it, but he hasn't needed to. Started a 55 overall hidden depth quarterback, and he's an 88 X factor. Jesus Christ. That's 33 ratings improvements. What if that happens with Colbert? 55 overall hidden depth QB with X factor. Wow, what a catch. Who is that? I'll get back to my point in a second. That was... looks like Crowder. No, it's Gallup. Michael Gallup. But I mean, Colbert is X factor. What if he's an 88 overall in 3 seasons? That'd be hilarious. The Caps are going to challenge the call. Oh, he's definitely in. That's not even close. What a bad challenge. Both feet are down. He gets his butt down. That is clear as day inbounds. That's like not even close. What a waste of a challenge. If a player sims right, well, Colbert has been simming pretty well so far. Trash challenge. You're not wrong. I'm with you.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Questionable decision there, to say the least. What's the game for Week 10 again? I don't remember who won that though. Hold on. Good run for Ingram. He has 72 rushing yards already today. All right, let's see who won this. The poll for the second game. I'll probably remember when I see it because I know I saw it the other day. It was the Steamers and the Lions. Okay, that's a good game. Yeah, I'd like to see that. That's probably the best game on the poll. Yeah, okay. You guys made a good choice. Another field goal for Toronto. I feel like the Thunderbirds have been dominating this game, and they're up by 6. How many seasons are we going to be in OFL 21? So the goal, I want to get through 5, not including the sim year. I want to get through 5 because I want to get through that really big free agency period with all the really good players. Usually we speed up, probably like March or April, and then we continue to speed up throughout the summer. So I think we're going to be on pace to get through 5 seasons. Usually once after Season 2 is when we start to really accelerate.
Wentz's pass complete.
Who do the Texans play this week? I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe we'll see it on the bottom. 2nd and 4, never stop. Carson Wentz not looking like the Carson Wentz we all know and love or dislike or feel neutral about.
And 4 yards to go.
3rd and 4, quick strike, and it's caught. The receiver
Wentz's pass.
turned right at the last second, but it's still caught. The Caps still have time and timeouts. I don't know why Wentz threw that. He could have just thrown it away.
Wentz's pass.
The Caps run no huddle, and then they call time because that's what Madden does.
2 yards on the
They love to waste as much time as possible,
the 45-yard line.
and they love to waste their timeouts too, as we've seen already twice today. Nice strike by Wentz. He is 6 for 9. Nice.
Complete to Kyle Rudolph.
They didn't. I don't know why the timeout thing showed up there because they didn't call time. Another nice throw.
Wentz's pass.
They have to keep going quick.
Kelvin Harmon.
Got to call a timeout after this play if it's still in play.
And the Columbus first down.
Wentz has time. Gonna run with it. Okay, I think he called time and kicked the field goal here. Yeah. So a good end of the first half for the Caps. They're lucky it's only a 3-point game, assuming they make the kick. I don't know why they wouldn't.
The field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
We can still have 6 to 9. That's true. That's true. Kick is good at the buzzer pretty much from whoever the Caps kicker is. Joey Sly. I'm surprised he made that because it's Joey Sly. What if the Thunderbirds return this to the house? That'd be a little bit funny. Who is their kick returner? Is that Crowder? No, that's CeeDee Lamb. Huh. Okay, that's an odd person to have returning kicks. That'll do it for the first half, 6 to 3. Fun start. The Thunderbirds have been by far the better team today, but Columbus is keeping it close. They had a good drive to end the first half and start the second half with the ball, so this is anybody's game. And the Caps kind of have the momentum because they had a nice drive down the half. Hot take, you will request a trade. Well, I don't know if that's a take or not. That's if you choose to request a trade or not. Since the trade deadline's passed, you won't be moved until the offseason. Although Rigo can still get his trade done because he requested it a while ago, and I've been like meaning to do that for a while as I drop my controller. But I mean, you can like request a trade or hold out now if you wanted to, but you just wouldn't be on a new team until the off season.
A gain of 12. First down, Columbus.
Should be in the lead by a lot more than 3, but you just can't finish. Riga, I know the Chiefs actually did offer him a deal as Richie, the offensive lineman, is hurt. But I think the Chiefs and the Rams are the only 2 teams to offer him. I'll show the offers to like the admins tonight so we can pick, but I know they were like super close. Like the 2 trade offers were pretty much neck and neck, if I remember correctly.
Wentz's pass complete.
I'm not going to spill the beans here, but
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
3rd and 4, big play. Carson Wentz has time, going to scramble to the left. He could have had that first down. He still might have got it, though. That was close.
Wentz on the
And they're going to give it to him. Carson Wentz had the easy first down. He decided to run him into the defender,
4-yard
but he still got it. Good conversion for Columbus. You'd love to throw to Rigo? Well, he'd be a big target. Superstar Dev.
number 35. The ball
Malcolm Tremblay has not been great today, but he has not fumbled it. So,
It's a gain of 5.
that might be better than we all expected.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 5, another strike.
Wentz's
Caps are again moving it pretty nicely. You thought the Cards-Niners game was low scoring. I mean, the offenses haven't been bad today. They're just not finding the end zone. I don't know how I'd be able to fix red zone defense in the sliders. When will the upgrades be out? They will be out tomorrow. And if not, then I don't know. I'm just sure they're going to be out tomorrow. Back to Tremblay, the ball is out. Is that B-Wags? Vintage Bobby Wagner has returned. That's the Bobby Wagner we all know. And that's the Malcolm Tremblay we've been waiting for. I think that's Tremblay's first fumble in a watch game, and to his credit, I'm surprised it took like 3 games, or how many times we watched the Caps. I think this is the 3rd time. What would a redraft look like in the OFL with Smirnov, Painter, and Thomas look like? Well, if we're talking about based on how they've played in their careers, I think the order would be Smirnov, Thomas, and Painter. But if you want to go off of potential, I mean, Painter is still the highest rated. I imagine he'll be the highest rated after upgrades, and he has X Factor, so... But he's been by far the worst. Painter has been a below-average quarterback, whereas Alexei Smirnov and Isaiah Thomas have been MVP candidates. Smirnov and Thomas were better than him last year, and before Painter got hurt this year, the other two were better. So, I don't really know. If you did redraft, he'd be the first. Well, I think the Cardinals would be happy with Smirnov. I imagine he would still go 1. But I think after that, Isaiah Thomas would be a heavy consideration for like picks 2 or 3. I mean, whether Thomas is better than Smirnov is one thing, but I don't think the Cardinals would really want to change it because the difference between Smirnov and Thomas isn't that much. Who hit 90 first, Thomas or Smirnov? Definitely Smirnov. Because after upgrades, he'll be an 84. Thomas will probably be close to an 80 if I were to guess. And Thomas does have a better dev, and I think he's younger. Okay, well maybe it's not as much Smirnov as I thought it would be, but I still probably would guess it would be Alexei Smirnov. You'd like Tremblay to be the 3rd down back on the depth chart. I think he already was. Depends on if you remember to do upgrades. Well, upgrades don't take very long, so... Especially if you're just upgrading one player. Another good run, late flag. Could that be a face mask? It is not. I believe that's illegal block in the back. On Michael Gallup. Smirnov could be a 90 by the offseason. If he wins MVP, yeah, maybe. I mean, he'll be, what, an 84 after upgrades, unless he got another skill point, which is possible. So he'll probably be an 84 and 85. I don't think he would go up to a 90 in this offseason, but it's possible. And if he leads the league or is like top 3 or something in like touchdowns or yards or something, then he'll go up in depth. 6-3. Thunderbirds on top. They're in the driver's seat still, but this game is not over. I'm probably going to make some slider changes after this game. Although this has been close, I think there are some changes I would like to make. Gonna miss Valentine's Day for hockey because I ain't no simp. That's a quality answer. Colts about to lose to the Bills by, I don't know, about 40. I mean, the Bills are red hot. I don't know about by 40. I mean, Matthew Stafford's pretty good, but... I mean, the Colts are the best team in the AFC right now, so... Although the Bills look like the best team in the division. Because Miami sucks, considering their quarterback's out. Not that they were doing well anyway. New England doesn't look great. The Jets have Matt Ryan, who throws 25 interceptions a year. As we finally get a touchdown, it's C.D. Lamb who will C.D. end zone. I'm sorry, I had to. C.D. Lamb's name is way too easy to make puns with. I just realized your Colts game is Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford. For the Colts and the Bills. That's funny. Why am I just realizing that now? I know we do play the Rams this year. I think if the game would be in L.A. Because they already announced, like, who's playing who. Because that's determined based on, like, record and stuff. But I wonder... That game has to be on primetime. I mean, if we get one primetime game this year, it better be against the Rams. Not counting the Thanksgiving game, obviously. How has the Bush family done? Well, D. Bush won a ring last year, thanks to yours truly. Although he sucked in that game, if I remember. Still won. Down go the Steelers. Why are we comparing the Caps to the Steelers? Because they're the last undefeated team? I mean, their quarterback isn't old and bad. Maybe in real life he's bad, but here he's not. I guess both teams have James Conner, but... There's Stephon Diggs wide open. Diggs has done, like, nothing today.
Wentz's pass complete to Stephon Diggs.
CD's not slam.
Yards. First down, Caps.
Have you and Alexi... Yo, didn't we watch that game this year? I'm pretty sure we saw the Chiefs play the Cardinals. I forget who won that. I know it wasn't very close. I want to say the Cardinals won that. I think that was like... Hold on. Let me find the stream. I feel like that was like week 3. Yeah, it was week 3. Chiefs and Cardinals. Who won that game? I don't really remember watching that because that was when Matthew Stafford got traded. Or that's when he announced... Or that's when they announced that he was getting traded. And I was just like still startled. Hold on. I'm actually kind of curious. This game went into overtime. Okay, so it was close. Who won though? The Cardinals won. Okay. So Smirnoff was 1-0 head-to-head versus Isaiah Thomas.
Wentz's pass complete to Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 11.
Who's the Juju of the Caps? I don't know. Malcolm Tremblay. 3rd and 7. Wentz launches a yeet and it's caught by tell who that was. I wasn't looking at the name. By 86. What? He just launched that into double coverage saying, hopefully I get lucky. Kelvin Harmon. What an odd player to catch the biggest play of the game, keeping the Columbus Caps undefeated season alive. Imagine being able to throw short. Couldn't be Kobe. That should have been picked. That was Ross' hands. Getting 10. Play action fake. Wentz. Short throw. That should not have been caught. Wentz's pass was like not accurate in the slightest, but got him 6 to Latavius Murray, I believe. 3rd and 4. Field goals are acceptable since they're down by 10, and it looks like they will probably kick the field goal. I mean, you're already this close, though, so I would probably go for it, and I know that's not really the smartest idea, because you can just make it a one-score game here. Well, you're already this close, so I would go for it. Does this mean the Thunderbirds are a football team? Well, if we were being technical, the Caps are a football team, but... You're having audio problems? Is anyone else having audio problems? Audio's fixed. Okay, good. Toronto just has to choose some clock, and this man has been running it quite well. Well, he hasn't been running it very well, it looks like, as of recent. But feed the ball to Mark Ingram and get out of the way. Still no touchdowns for the Caps, although they were very close in their last drive. Ingram on 1st down. Doesn't get much, but we have a flag. And it was a late flag. Hold on. It's a hold on Toronto. Deion Dawkins for a loss of 9. It remains 1st down, but now it's 1st and 19. Remember Theo and Boltack? Those were the days. Well, we had all those burners with Andre Luck. Obviously Theo being, you know, cocky. Okay, so the penalty actually kind of worked out. Mahomes is 17 of 18. No yeets from him, though. But the penalty proved to actually help the Thunderbirds. 2nd and 3. Handoff for Ingram. He got it. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Caps aren't out of it, but a first down here probably ends it. No sound. Whatever games are we watching? Okay, I can type in the chat. Fitting that that Pepperjack is here since he is the Steamers. In 22, if you don't coach your players, could be an unathletic white guy who's accurate. I didn't look at the screen. What just happened? I was looking at the chat. Okay, they got like 8. That's like the worst case scenario for the Caps. They do stop him on 2nd down, another late flag. If that's a face mask. It's not. It's another hold. A lot of late flags, but no face masks. Do you want 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 2? Yeah, you got to accept the flag. That's a good call. Second and 12. Back to Ingram. He gets about 3. 3rd and 9. A first down ends it. Do you run it or do you throw it? Honestly, since they're up by 7, I would pass it. If they were up by 4, then no, maybe I'd play it safe. But since they're up by a full touchdown, I would throw the ball. If they're going to run it, he does not get it. Columbus with the stop, and they have a chance to tie it. Sweet might be at lunch for the Steamers, or good stuff. Lunch is in like 50. Well, I think the game will probably start before then, unless this goes into like overtime and drags out super long. But, I mean, the game won't be over in 50 minutes, I don't think, so you'd be able to make it. This is OFL Mahomes. If this was the NFL and Andy Reid making that call, that would have been a pass on 3rd and 9. And it should have been a pass there, in my opinion. Immediately sacked. Damon Arnett brings him down for a loss of 8. Keaton, the sidelines, please. Why is the NFC so stacked? I don't know. I really tried to balance it. I wanted to balance the conferences, and they haven't been super balanced because the NFC is way better. 3rd and 14. Wentz's pass is broken up. This is it. They don't get a first down. Then no more undefeated season for Columbus. 4th and 14. They have a right to be 8-0, right? Would they be 8-0? Or would they be 9-0? They'd be 8-0. Okay, they're 7-0 right now. 4th down. Wentz heaves up a prayer, and it's overthrown. That'll do it. The Thunderbirds with a massive victory over the Columbus Caps. Are they just going to knee it? Yeah. All right, that'll do it. Undefeated, no more. The Thunderbirds with the win. Wentz was pretty good today. He's probably a little bit better in the sim, but that's just because he's been really good in sim. For the most part, he's not that bad in watched. Although, not a lot of big plays from him today. He wasn't terrible. Get noobed. Let's take a look at the numbers. Neither quarterback was incredible. Neither was bad. Mahomes threw 94% of his passes complete. Wentz was okay. He wasn't bad. Mark Ingram was very good. Tremblay fumbled it for once. Where was James Conner? Did he just, like, not show up to the stadium? Evan Ingram led in catches, yards for Gallup. The only touchdown by CeeDee Lamb. Tristan Wirfs allowed the only sack. Bobby Wagner with 10 tackles, a fumble forced, and a fumble recovery. 2 TFLs for Sullivan, sacks for Arnett. I don't remember when Reggie Peters got a sack, but I guess he did. Along with TJ Watt. And no interceptions already. Time to sim a week, fellas. And this is why I'm trading for Scooter. Storm the field. The Thunderbirds are storming the field after a Week 9 game. You heard it here first. Alright, sim time. Here comes the fun. Okay, but where is James Conner? Is he hurt? Or did he just not touch the ball? Because sometimes backup running backs just don't get the ball often. Which is weird. But yeah, he is not injured. If you trade for Scooter, give us a Superstar X Factor. Yeah, I think the Caps will be on crack to do that. because Scuda doesn't even start. The Eagles won! They did it! No undefeated teams and no winless teams. What happened there? The Eagles did it, but they won the one game they shouldn't win. The Tank Bowl. Over Dallas. Austin Buckley got sacked 5 times. Chippendale, definitely Smirnoff, definitely. Not even close. 2 rushing touchdowns on 3 carries for Jalen Samuels. King Horse scored. How about them Eagles? You have a trade in place for Scuda? Well, it won't go down until after the season since the deadline's passed. 2 sacks for Matthew Wiley for Dallas. All right, let's go back to the top. Cardinals had a bye week. Chargers had a bye week. Raiders beat the Chiefs 30 to 27. 3 touchdowns for Eddie Small. Isaiah Thomas was okay. Isaiah Thomas has thrown for so many yards this year. But I don't think he's been as good as he was last year. He's just thrown for a ton of yards. He did have a rushing touchdown. J.D. McKissick with a big game of the year. Ayuk scores. Not too bad of the day for the rookie X Factor, Gregory Chance. Two sacks for B.J. Cruz. Whoever that is. Chippendale or Colbert? Well, if we're just talking about how they've played so far, the answer would be Colbert, but long-term, definitely Chippendale. The Red Hot Bills remain hot. They beat the Colts 21-17. So the 2 top seeds in their respective conferences lose, although the Colts and Thunderbirds, the Colts and Caps will probably still remain the top seeds. How many sacks will Snow have? My guess is, I think he's going to have around 1. The Painter, Scuda, Smirnoff, Thomas quarterback class was actually quite good. It was good. I feel like there was another quarterback who I'm not thinking of who was in that class who was also good. But they're not coming up to the top of my head. Can't get nervous for the rest of the stream since you already had week 9 and have a bye week 10. Yeah, you guys are big chillin'. The Jets beat the Cougars. Ooh, 21-10. Matt Ryan did not throw an interception, contrary to what he normally does. Can now say you're confident in this team and watched, as you should be. Sonny Michel, 10 carries, 8 yards, and a touchdown. What an odd stat line. A big game for Dante Pettis, despite the loss. Quite a few sacks allowed. Did anybody have multiple? Wow, big game for Will Molden. 3 tackles for a loss, not 3.5. Rankins also had 3. And an interception from Mike Hilton. Is this just for week of upsets? Clearly. We already know what happened with the Cowboys. Yes! Another win! An upset victory over the Niners. 17-13. Chippendale has been playing a lot better lately. I gotta give him credit. Dak was pretty mediocre. Jacobs was okay. Eckler was not okay. Our run defense was very good today. T.J. Yeldon and Dak Prescott, both with rushing touchdowns. Christian Kirk scores. Yeah, quite a few sacks. It looks like our front 7 was really good. How did Garrett and Barrett do? 2 sacks for Barrett, 1 for Garrett. Bobby Okereke also had 1, along with Preston Smith. And no interceptions. Oh, yes, it is the Oxy Bowl. My team this year versus my team last year. Oh, nice. We're going to go 2-0 today. Now that I say that, we're going to lose to the Case Keenums. The Fighting Case Keenums. Jacksonville loses to the Titans in the battle of the cellar dwellers in the AFC South. You have done my team a huge service by winning. Well, I appreciate helping you. I don't know. Joe Burrow was solid, so was Teddy. Philip Lindsay, Jonathan Taylor, Teddy Bridgewater, all with rushing. Well, hold on. 6 carries, 9 yards for Alexander Madison. Nice. 2 touchdowns for Justin Jefferson, 1 for Rigoberto Ramirez. And what could be one of his final games as a Titan. Cooper Kupp was pretty good. 2 sacks for Everson Griffin. Patrick Peterson with the pick. You want to lose all your games for the rest of the year? At this point, that's probably what's best for you guys, tanking. 45-42, a high score across the Atlantic Ocean in London. The Lions beat the Bulldogs. Play the boys and the Eagles in weeks 11 and 12. If you guys don't go 2-0, you're not a true contender. Whoa, Jameis! 5 passing touchdowns, 4 for Watson. Jameis Winston's actually not that bad. 1 touchdown for Tariq Cohen, 2 for Tony Pollard. I just realized the Bulldogs have both Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, just like Dallas in real life. That's kind of ironic. Eric Ebron actually had a good game. You never see that from him. Marlon Mack scores twice for rookie Aaron Nash scores twice. You want to win the rest? Well, most of us want to win the rest, except for the tankers. Choo-choo, there goes the tank. 2 sacks for Bradley Chubb. And a pick for the Honey Badger. Packers had a bye week. No, they didn't. They had a bye week 10. They played. And they beat the Patriots 30-24. Bull Richter, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. What an odd stat line. Aaron Rodgers was pretty mediocre. Dalvin Cook with 3 rushing touchdowns. He also fumbled it, though. T.Y. Hilton with a big game. Adam Thielen, 3 catches for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 70-yarder. F the London Bulldogs. All my homies hate the London Bulldogs. 4 TFLs for Dre Greenlaw. Wow, a lot of picks. Logan Wilson, Cedric Dawson, Trey Flowers, Duke Ejiofor, and Stephon Gilmore. Carolina shuts out the Snowhawks 24-0. Are the Snowhawks of last year coming back, who dominated in the first half and sucked in the second half? Wow, Kyler Murray was not good, and then he got hurt, I presume. And Josh Fogel came in and was even worse, a 16.3 passer rating. Carolina appears to be back. Good game for Mike Gesicki. Touchdown for Odell Beckham. One and a half sacks for Donald and Smith. Number of players with 1 sack. Interceptions for Budda Baker and Richard Sherman. New England lost. Raiders won. Rams had a bye week. Ravens had a bye week. Saints beat the Steamers 30-12. It looks like Memphis' offense was not very good. Josh Rosen wasn't half bad. Jimmy Garoppolo was okay. Wow, look at all those sacks. 6 for the Steamers, 4 for the Saints. Think you go 12-4? I'd say that's reasonable. I mean, you're on pace to go 12-4 since you're what, 6-2? Or are you guys 7-2? Yeah, you guys I think have 7 wins. Cowboys week 1, Eagles, Pats, Rams, Jets, Packers. All of those teams suck. You guys have a really easy schedule down the stretch. None of those teams are any good. I mean, the Sentinels are okay. Wow, yeah, a lot of sacks here. The Sentinels are okay. The Rams are okay. The Jets are questionable. The Packers are questionable. New England's questionable. And the other 2 are god-awful. 3 for Mack. 2 for Junior Wolf. 1.5 for Josh Allen and Tyrone Crawford. Interceptions for Rocky Sin and Jalen Johnson. Sentinels, a high score, but they lose to the Bengals. Is Lamar Jackson actually starting to play well? Wow, Tua actually played well, too. 4 touchdowns for both Tua Tagovailoa and Lamar Jackson. You don't normally see those 2 play that well. They're not 2 better quarterbacks in this league. Big game for N'Keal Harry. Your goal is 6-10 or else Locke is in trouble. Locke should be in trouble anyway. DJ Chark was solid. 2 touchdowns for Cameron Brate, the Harvard graduate. Only sack of the game was by Eddie Goldman. Only interception of the game by Jabril Peppers. Snowhawks got shut out. Steamers lost. Steelers lose to the Bucks. 31-21. Jordan Love seems to be picking up his stride. He started the year off slow, but he's been a machine the past month or so. Mookie Gray was pretty average. 2 touchdowns for Nick Chubb. 2 touchdowns for Will Fuller. Interception there for Patrick Queen. What is good, RMP? He has made a stream. He made it. Houston in a bye week, and then you guys play Jacksonville, Lucario. And I guess since RMP is here, you guys play the Texans. Toronto obviously won. Titans obviously won. Bengals won. Bills won. Bucks won. Bulldogs lost. And that brings us back to the Caps. What is up, Sir Nicholas Smithson? That's a very fancy name. So no more undefeated teams and no more winless teams, thanks to the Caps losing and the Eagles winning. AFC North, the Cougars are 5-3. They still lead the division, but despite losing, doesn't look like anybody here is really going to compete with them once again. Hot take, G League is better to watch than the NBA. I disagree with that, but I see why you would say that. Colts still lead the South. Texans and Jaguars and Titans, I guess, are all still in it, but Indy's definitely in control. The Bills are 5-3. They still lead the East. They've won 5 in a row, which is now the longest win streak in the league, I would assume. Raiders lead, but this is just like the division last year. All 4 teams are neck and neck. Well, the Raiders are a game ahead of everybody, but it's still neck and neck. We're starting to play better. We also have the Raiders have a negative 26-point differential. How about them Raiders? NFC North, the Thunderbirds still on top. Lions did get a win, though. I'm excited to see the Steamers. I'm curious to see what they do. Not so hot take. College basketball, NBA. It's close. I mean, playoffs definitely go to college basketball. That's not close. But, I mean, you can go either way. I mean, both my teams suck at the moment. I mean, Kansas doesn't suck, but for their standards, they do. Bucks and Panthers both 5-3. Tampa Bay has won 3 in a row. Caps still in control of the East despite losing. Cowboys and Eagles fighting it out for the tank bowl. Then the West, Cardinals are now in firm first place at 6-2. We do mean 3-5 though. College football better than the NFL. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, sir. Although it is fairly close, but I don't think anything beats the NFL for me. Players of the week: famous Jameis, Lamar Jackson, Khalil Mack, and Kendall Fuller. Columbus doesn't win the division. It would be an embarrassment. CHL better than the NHL? Well, I don't watch either, so I can't really comment. Week 10. Who is home? The Lions are home. Okay. So the Steamers are 1, and Detroit is 2. You will blow it up if you don't, as you should. I mean, the Bulldogs aren't terrible, but you have arguably the best team in the league right now in the Caps. Probably the 2 worst teams in the league, in the Cowboys and Eagles, and the Bulldogs who are just there. What does CHL stand for? Something Hockey League. Probably Canadian. Hey Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2, please? Siri? Will you listen? Can you give me a number... Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2?
It's
2. 2. I don't know if you guys could hear, but it's 2. So that would imply we're using the Detroit Lions, who are, what, 5-3? College football, NFL, although you'd say you enjoyed NFL more this year. I just want the college football playoff to increase and have more parity. The problem with college football is that there's no parity. Other than that, it's super fun. But there's no parity at the top. And that's the great thing about having March Madness, is that there is parity. And all the blue bloods suck, although that's not necessarily good news for me. Any specific jersey combo? Detroit has quite a few good ones. No bias here. Do we want to go like all blue? I'm kind of feeling the all blues. Ding, 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 I got it. Lions are 81, Steamers are 78. X Factors, we got Tyrann Mathieu and Khalil Mack. Superstars, David Bakhtiari, Lane Johnson, Deron Payne, Marlon Mack, Josh Allen, Brandon Graham, Pierre Desir, Chris Silver, Whitney Merciless, Mekhi Becton. Okay, actually, hold on. Before we start the game, I want to do one thing real quick. I do want to make a couple slider changes. And then we can start. College basketball better than college football? I would probably... I mean, I prefer football than basketball, so I don't know. But, I mean, the playoffs, college basketball wins by a mile. User quarterback... CPU quarterback accuracy has to go down. And I think CPU tackling is going to go down. I'm going to knock down the pass coverage for both. Okay, there we go. NFL was better this year, but that was because the college football season was all wacky. The college football season was a little bit destined to fail for its own standards. And, I mean, you can't blame college football. I mean, I guess they could have handled it better to an extent, but it's not really their fault. There's a global pandemic. And they were certainly parodying the NFL this year. And I guess it was better for the Browns than normal. Can't wait till March Madness. I can't wait for March Madness either, because we have not had March Madness for 2 years. That's too long. Although, I'm not going to have the contender, and last year I was supposed to have the contender. But March Madness is going to be really fun. And we're not going to have, like, Duke or Kentucky win. So that makes it even better. Words cannot describe how hype you are for March Madness. I'm with you. I remember just, like, finding ways in school to pull out my phone and just watch March Madness games. That's, like, the best. What are we now? Week 10? 3-5 Steamers, 5-3 Lions. Both teams probably fighting it out for a wild card spot. I can't see anyone passing the Thunderbirds in the division, especially with their cupcake schedule the rest of the way. But, I mean, both of these teams, specifically Detroit, are right in the thick of things for the wild card. It'll be so good to be a contender and actually be able to watch us in the tournament. Yeah, it's the best feeling when you actually think you have a chance to win. But then 67 fan bases are going to go home sad. That's the thing. And one won't. Ohio State's hoping to be the 1 or 2 seed? Yeah, they probably will. Do they play you? I don't think the Thunderbirds play you. But they do play some pretty bad teams. Don't count anything out. You can't count anything out in college basketball. Oh, I thought you meant in March Madness. But yes, the Thunderbirds. EA does hate you. So... hate March Madness for the fact that Maryland always loses in the first or second round. That's so true. I guess I'm going to have an unbiased look on March Madness this year, which is kind of different. Usually, a lot of my focus is on the Jayhawks, but since we're not going to win anything, I can have an unbiased... Wow, what a throw by Jameis off his back foot. For a gain of 23 for Marlon Mack. Who's in the AFC North? The Cougars, who are good. The Bengals, who are not good. And the Steelers, who are not good. And then obviously you guys. Just beat Indiana by 19. Nice. What the hell is Jameis doing? And why is it working? Jameis is just like flinging it off his back leg. That throw looked like it was like Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. But it was caught. Jameis Winston, I know he's only thrown 2 passes. But they've both been like... on the run, and just absolute dots. All in favor of making a pact about Toronto and OFL. I don't know what we're going to do about relocation next year. I have not thought about OFL 22, and usually I don't until like a few months before it starts. So, who knows?
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Indiana's terrible. Can't believe there's people that think Trace Jackson Davis is better than Colby Cockburn. What a name. Yeah, I'd probably say Kofi's better. Oh, that's close. Filling the bracket's going to be weird with a team that actually might win it. For me, it's like the opposite, because I usually pick Kansas to go all the way. I always want to not be biased. I remember the year where we were like a 4 seed, like 2 years. I think this was the last tournament, when we were the 4 seed. I remember I was telling myself that morning on Selection Sunday, if they have us next to Auburn, I'm going to pick Auburn to win in the 2nd round. And they did. And I still picked us to beat Auburn. And then Auburn beat us by like 40. And I think Auburn made the Final Four that year. I would have picked Auburn to go super far too if I wasn't biased. When is the March Madness bracket? It comes out in March. Ding, ding, ding. No, seriously, but I would imagine it comes out towards like the middle of March when the conference tourneys are up. Nearly a touchdown there for Jameis. Indy do be 11-9. I mean, that's not terrible. I don't know if that's tournament bound. Short pass from Winston, and that will be a touchdown. Jake Ryan is hurt. Who is 18? I don't know. Is that Nash? That might be. Good start for the Lions. Maybe we might see some offense today. How long do conference tournaments usually last? Usually like a week or so. Releasing in 4 weeks and a day. Yeah, so so pretty much in exactly like a month from now.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Josh Rosen. Chosen Rosen. Leading away from the Steamers. He's done pretty good since being traded here and becoming a starter. The commentators were saying how Indiana's a tournament team and how this just shows how good Ohio State is since you beat them by 19. Well, I don't know if the commentators are right. Clyde Edwards-Helaire gains 13. I didn't know if he was going to run for 13 yards all day because Memphis' rushing attack, really since the OFL 21 started, has been a train wreck. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire hasn't necessarily helped that case. Michigan gets going all the way. Well, Nick isn't going to like that. I don't think RMP will either. But Michigan's legit. They're like the best team who's not Baylor or Gonzaga because nobody's better than Baylor or Gonzaga. It's not even close. I mean, those two teams are in a class of their own. But Juwan Howard's done a really good job there since he's been their head coach.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Patrick Onwuasor. A 3-yard pickup.
I mean, they were supposed to get Isaiah Todd and Josh Christopher last year, and they didn't, but they're still number 3. They're still doing something right.
Rosen's pass complete to Anthony Miller. We dominate today. It's a gain of 7.
Hey, Hal, you're super good, but that's for your Gonzaga. Well, Gonzaga's always super good. They're just, like, extra good this year. Because usually they don't have elite freshmen. Usually they don't have guys like Jalen Suggs. I think Jalen's... I remember... I think when I was watching their game against Kansas, our first game of the year when we lost, I remember the announcers were saying, like, how Jalen Suggs was, like, only their, like, second McDonald's All-American or something. I think the first was, like, Zach Collins. I don't remember Zach Collins being all that good of a recruit. I know he was a top 10 pick, and he's been pretty much super average, but... I mean, Gonzaga's not a recruiting powerhouse. They just develop talent.
It's now second down and 20.
Only reason why Michigan's good this year is Hunter Dickinson. RP immediately says Dickinson's overrated. Why am I not surprised?
Complete to Jalen Rager. It's a gain of 11. And it's third down.
3rd and 9. Rosen up the middle. It's intercepted by the Lions. Alex Anzalone with the INT. Good start today for Detroit.
Rosen's pass intercepted.
And that's full cat Michigan Teledeep with Livers, Wagner, Smith, etc. I need to find a team to root for once Kansas loses in the 2nd round, just for rooting interest. I mean, Loyola's good. I can root for Loyola again. Ohio State doesn't have any super good players unless you count E.J. Liddell. Well, sometimes you don't even need super good players. You just need to have a good team. And a good group of guys with chemistry and coaching. Drops 21 a game as a freshman. 15 a game is now 21 per source. Oh my, look at this. Who's 11? I was looking at the chat, but a 74-yard touchdown for the Lions. They are dominating early. Devin Funches. Speaking of Michigan players. Jameis Winston is dealing right now. I mean, this isn't even close. Yeah, Michigan's 8-1 in conference, 13-1 overall. Okay, I kind of want to see their numbers. Might have to join us. You have Ayo and the mighty Coburn. The mighty Cockburn. He should have come to Illinois. Well, I mean, I guess that would have helped Illinois' chances. Tomato. Steamers, the mighty dumpster fire. How do you get killed by Jameis Winston? We didn't trade for Jared Goff. Would I be on the Jameis Winston to Detroit train? I don't know if I feel good about that. How you lost to this team, I may never know. Well, I guess things change week to week. Michael Pierce with the sack. This game is entering sim territory if the Steamers don't clean up their act. Winston isn't bad. He's just he's Jameis Winston. That's the problem with him. He's a turnover chef. Ooh, Chris Silver is hurt. That's a big deal because he's young and good. Should be a good quarterback through a rebuild. I mean, I would be willing to say he has a higher ceiling than Goff, to be honest. Field Liddell, you'd be on the Baylor Gonzaga level. Probably not better, but you'd be on their level. That's probably true. I mean, you got not many teams can say they have one superstar, and you guys have two. So having like a good, really good third option like Liddell, that would be nuts. Quarter number 1 in the books, all Detroit. We won't be seeing a lot of this in real life in the next few years, so we might as well enjoy it in the video game. For Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. The CPU run blocking seems to be better, but the user run blocking still is not all that good. I mean, the Lions haven't really ran it much today, but... You're calling this game over? Yeah, this game is... I mean, I don't want to say it's over. I mean, it's only 14-0. The Steamers are driving the ball down the field, so I wouldn't say it's over yet. And if it is a free-score game in the second half, then of course we will sim it. But this isn't over yet. Sorry you're talking about Illinois, you're just really... I don't blame you for being really hyped. I mean, this is the best you guys have been in a while, so I don't blame you in the slightest. You should be excited. Can't relate. Steamers are moving it down the field. This game is certainly not over. What if the Steamers win? I mean, it's possible. Rosen for the end zone. He caught that. What a catch by Anthony Miller. We are actually having a game of offense today. What seed would Kansas be, assuming we'll make? Yeah, we'll probably make it. Probably like a 7 seed. So we'd probably get clapped by some 2 seed. Or not even make it out of a first round. It do be a ball game again. Yeah, I would imagine the Jayhawks, unless they just play so bad down the stretch, which, I mean, we haven't been good for our standards, but we're not like a bad team. We're just not good for how we normally are. Kansas would be along the 5 or 6 line. I would be thrilled with a 5 or 6 seed. I mean, if we could win some games, make some noise in the Big 12 tournament, I mean, we're not beating Baylor. West Virginia and Texas Tech are better. Unless there's someone I'm forgetting, we're probably like the 4th best team. Oklahoma, Texas is better than us. Oklahoma's better than... How did I forget about Oklahoma? Yeah, so we might be like 5th or 6th best. Oklahoma State is Kate Cunningham, who's better than anybody we have. Yeah, the Big 12 is just loaded. I mean, we have more talent than some of these teams. We're just not executing this year. A stuffed dog. You're too old for stuffed animals, but it's so cute and you love it. Well, age is just a number. That's what you have to tell that dog. That's what you gotta tell Archie the dog. I don't know why I just named him Archie, but
Brings up third
If
down.
Jameis throws an incompletion here, which knowing Jameis is very possible, he could be 6 for 9. That would be pretty nice. 3rd and inches, though. Can they get the first? They do. Marlon Mack for 2. That's all he needs.
That's good for
The
the Lions.
Lions' offense has been pretty much perfect today. I mean, they haven't made any mistakes. Jameis is not going to be 6 for 9, though. That's an oopsies.
Doyle. That's another Lions.
Could Rosen be 6 for 9? I don't know. As I drop my controller again.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
It's named Winnie after a dog you used to have because it looks like
A
her.
gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
That's a good name for a dog. I don't know why. It just seems like a good name. 2-minute warning. Who starts the ball in the second half? I think Memphis does. So, Winston, another yeet for the end zone, and it's out of bounds. If Jameis got that, that would have been nuts.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
3rd and 8. Another incompletion. Do they kick or do they punt? They have to punt it. They're not making a 58-yard kick. Sim would never. I don't know if this Sim would make a 48-yard kick, let alone a 58-yard. Oh, but it's a what a punt! Down at the 9.
At their own 9-yard line.
Incomplete.
Rosen's pass. Intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rosen connects.
Rosen's pass. Complete.
Creighton up 13 on Villanova. Villanova's like barely played this year. What's Villanova's current ranking? Because they should not be as high as they are.
Rosen's pass.
Because they've not played as much as everybody else has. I mean, they're better than pretty much everybody. They're probably a top 10 team. But
To Austin Hooper. A gain of 12. And the Memphis first down.
Rosen under pressure. He's nearly sacked, but he gets rid of it. Nova's 5. How many games? Hold on. Let me see the rankings real quick. I want to see how many games compared to everybody else they play. Because it feels like every other week they are suspended for 2 weeks. I don't want standings. I want rankings. Hold on. Okay, Villanova's 12-2. So they play. Okay, that's not that bad. Ohio State, who's 1 spot above them, has only played 5 more. Okay, I thought it was more. I thought it was more games Villanova's missed. 4th and 4, down to the 24. Lions have 3 timeouts.
Take over 1st and 10.
They lose, you're back in the top 5, which means 3 Big Ten teams in the top 5. Jeez. That's a little bit wild. And that shows that the Big Ten is probably the best conference in college basketball. Although the Big 12 makes a run, I would probably say it's the Big Ten. I mean, the Big Ten has more teams than us, so they have that luxury. And we have less bad teams, but they also have more good teams.
Winston's pass. Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 up the middle. Gain of 9. Lions called timeout number 2, I think. Yeah, they could certainly score here before halftime. They should. They have 30 seconds. And they're almost in field goal range. .31, Winston has the first. Why did he throw it? That's why he threw it, because it actually worked. He had that easy. I mean, he probably still should have ran it because he could have gone out of bounds. But I mean, that's a good play by the legs of famous Jameis. The Lions are out of timeouts, though, so they need a quick play out of bounds. And then kick the field goal. That's what they should do. Knowing this game, they're not going to score. Nope, they're not going to score.
Winston's pass. Complete.
Yeah, they don't have time.
A loss of 2.
Batting clock management has done it again. Lions are still on top 14-7 though. They started the first half on fire. Not great in the second quarter, but not bad. I'm happy Yamaguchi is going. Who's Yamaguchi? Oh, is that the Blue Jays manager? I think. I could be wrong. I don't know the Blue Jays coaching staff.
At their own 23-yard line.
Pitcher. Oh, okay. Close enough. The NCAA released something at the season ended today, and in Region 4, it's you guys, Villanova, Virginia, and Texas Tech. Yeah, that's a pretty good group of 4 teams. I would hope we wouldn't be in that region. Again, he'd still probably lose in the second round regardless, but that looks like a very tough top 4. If that happened, please help. Well, you guys would still be the 1 seed probably. Well, yeah, probably. Now for 46, it's, I think Edwards Hilaire it is. He only gets 1. Charlie Montoya's manager, Pete Walker's pitching coach, absolute god.
Rosen's pass complete to Anthony Miller. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down. Rosen's pass.
Another good play from the Steamers. That is, I believe, Michael Pittman.
A gain of 16 yards.
Villanova's 2, Virginia 3, Texas Tech 4. Okay, that's what I would have thought. I know Texas Tech is like 7, but they've lost since the polls came out, I believe, so. Yeah, that would make sense.
Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 30, Rosen has a wide open man inside the 10. The Steamers are coming back. Only reason Maryland isn't good is because you run a 7-man rotation and you don't have a roster for that.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, sometimes the best teams just have to have deep benches. Clyde to the 4.
Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up.
Can they tie it? Rosen nearly intercepted again. He got lucky.
Intended for Anthony Miller.
Feels like a school night. It hasn't felt like a school night since March. Well, not really, but to an extent. 3rd and goal. That's a touchdown. Tie game
Complete to Austin Hooper.
for
Touchdown,
Austin Hooper.
Memphis. Matt Gay on for the point after.
Remember when the Lions were up 14-0? Good times.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 14.
What did the time say there? The time listed like a 10-digit number. Hold on.
Matt Gay
Hold on.
set to kick off.
Let me go back real quick. It said the amount of plays, the amount of yards, and then like a 10-second number for 10-digit number for the time. Is that how many like milliseconds that drive was? Yeah, it's like a random number. Okay. That's how math works, EA.
Number 25, Marlon Mack, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Winston under pressure. He's lucky that was only a loss of 1 because he looked like he was going to get sacked.
Complete to Tariq.
Need that 2-game lead?
A loss of 1. It's
Aren't you guys already up by 2 games? Wouldn't this make it like 2.5? Or can I not count? The Lions are 5. No. You're right. It's a 1.5 game lead right now. If the Lions win, it's 1, and if the Steamers win, it's 2. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't do that. The amount of minutes was in millions, apparently. Look at Mac. Number 46. When do we get to see the draft class? Whenever FG is done. I have not seen it yet. I don't think FG is done. I could be wrong. I might have downloaded it. I've seen the list of like all the first round players that FG sent, because FG sent like those little blurbs about all the first round prospects again, kind of like he did last year. But other than that, I don't think I've really seen anything. Yeah, FG said he's done, but we haven't. I haven't gotten the draft class on my console, so I have not seen anything yet. Okay. That's what I thought was the case.
Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7. Winston running for his life, and he's sacked by Khalil Mack for a loss of 5.
8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down. Brett Kern in punt formation.
What a punt! We've had a few water punts today. This one down at the 9.
At their own 9-yard line.
Minute and a half to go in the 3rd. Steamers with a valiant comeback to the 18.
Rosen's pass complete to Anthony Miller. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is actually not. Neither rushing offense has been bad tonight, which is contrary to most watch games. We don't normally see two good rushing attacks, but for the most part today we have. Rosen is sacked on 1st down by Derek Barnett for a loss of 8. Prove that you're better than Allen, Mayfield, and Jackson, and Darnold. And Mason Rudolph. I know Mason Rudolph was a 1st rounder, but everybody hates Mason Rudolph. We have to include him. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Steamers continuing their comeback, tied at 14, and they have the ball. And they have all the momentum. So they could certainly come back and win this thing. After what looked like a blowout earlier. 3rd down, incomplete, so they're going to have to punt it.
Rosen's pass intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Another deep punt. These punters have been really good today. F. Mason Rudolph. All my homies hate Mason Rudolph.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Detroit has not scored since, like, I don't think they've scored since the 1st quarter. I mean, their offense was incredible, and now it has just not done nothing in the past 2 quarters. But it's still tied. They still have time. There's Mack to the 23.
Rashawn Gary on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard.
Is it just me, or does this feel like a game show? I don't know, maybe. And on today's edition of the OFL, we'll see which teams get screwed by EA. Let's spin the wheel. And it's the whoever loses this game, because I don't know who that's going to be yet. First down up the middle for the big tight end, isn't Jack Doyle on this team? Oh my goodness! What a play! What a touchdown! We do have a flag. Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle is a machine in Madden. He's a machine. So this one is coming back. Illegal block in the back on Devin Funchess. No touchdown for Detroit. They do have it at the 39 though. So, that play was still a success. Compared to the last game, it's been slow. Yeah, this game has been a little bit slow. I guess because you guys were probably nervous. Because last game was important to you guys. First down from 27, it's Mack.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Lions are in field goal range. Mack has to jump for that one, and he gets 1.
Winston's pass complete to Marlon Mack. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
That Arkansas, Missouri. What happened in the Arkansas, Missouri game? Because I don't know. I'm curious. Last game was quicker. Although this one has had more offense. A big sack for Walt T. Snowman. Walt T. the Snowman.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down. Dustin Hopkins
82-81 Arkansas in overtime. Oh.
a 46-yard attempt.
It's crazy that Devin Funchess was Cam's best receiver. That's like kind of sad. I mean, the Panthers, the end of Steve Smith was there. But, I mean, only for like a few years. So, I mean, Cam's receivers were never good. Imagine if Cam stayed healthy. Would he still be a superstar now? That is a really interesting question.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hold on, I did not mean to press circle. Rosen on first down. I thought that was intercepted. I really thought that was picked, but it's not. It's caught by Hooper.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Steamers.
What a play. Rosen on first down. Connects for 11. What are the Lions challenging? He was clearly in. I mean, unless I'm blind. I guess that is actually kind of close. Huh. Yeah, I would say that is a little bit close. I do think he was in, though. And the play stands. Okay. Those Memphis helmets are nice, not gonna lie. I'm with you. They have clean helmets. Considering most of the relocation teams have pretty ugly branding, I mean, Memphis is actually not that bad. It looks a little bit weird not having a line in the center, considering most helmets do, but I don't know. Their helmet's just clean and simple. But it's good. Steamers are definitely in field goal range, but can they find the end zone? That's the question. Down to the 13. They're getting awfully close. They're getting very close to scoring here. 3rd and 4. Edwards-Helaire gets the first. Close to 69 rushing yards, too. That'll probably bring us to the 2-minute warning, most likely. I don't think, yeah, they're not going to get out of a playoff. 2-minute warning, we've got ourselves a good one. 17-14. Wish those helmets you had weren't black. Well, that small decision at the beginning that had us choose the jerseys ended up being an impactful one, I guess. 1st and goal. It's a gain of 1 for the Steamers. Villanova's down 16. Yeah, that game's over. 2nd and goal. Clyde Edwards-Helaire to the 3. Didn't he have 66 rushing yards and now he has 70? Come on. He should have 69. 3rd and goal. End zone. Touchdown. Memphis Steamers. They're on top. They've completed the comeback. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire was the one who scored the touchdown. He's had a really good game. Booth review, though. I couldn't really tell if he was in. Welcome back, Ian. Came at a good time because this is a very close game. I don't know if he was in. I don't think he got the right foot in. I don't. But that's close. I don't think he was in, though. It might have dragged in, but I don't think it hit. And they say he was in. We're going to have to take another close look at that, I think. I couldn't tell if the right foot, like, dragged or not. I couldn't really tell. So I definitely want to get another look. Especially considering the call stood. There's the time glitch again. Josh Rosen went 6 for 6 on that drive. And a field goal does nothing for Detroit. They needed a touchdown to take the lead. The Steamers. Will Memphis officially complete the comeback, down 14-0 at one point? They were getting dominated. The game looked like it was going to be a blowout, but they outscored them 21-3 since then. His feet were clearly in. Maybe they were. Maybe I just didn't get a great look. Lions have 2 timeouts. They don't roll 3 because they used the challenge on their last drive. Not the touchdown, but earlier in the drive. But they still have 2. Should have been intercepted. That would have been the game. Probably. 3rd and 2. A quick throw for, I believe, Funchess for 6. They call time. They won't. That's probably not a bad idea. Remember, Boomy left too early because the game was over. This would be a Lions' way to lose. Winston heaves up a prayer, and it's caught. Are you kidding? Devin Funchess just mossed that man. From the 11. Incomplete. We've got ourselves quite the game here. Jameis Winston just heaved up a nuke. Devin Funchess yelled, "Give me that." 2nd and 10 from the 11. Winston again incomplete. The Lions have both of their timeouts, but they only have 2 plays. Since they're at the 11, it's pretty much 3rd and goal for the most part. They have to get to the end zone. Winston, strip sack. It's picked up by Detroit. Fourth and 19, incomplete. That was a really quick play. Okay, so Memphis wins. They complete the comeback. Despite a ridiculous catch by Devin Funchess, who had like 160 yards today on like 5 catches. And I definitely want to see that replay again in that last touchdown by Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. Wow, what a game. We were treated to a good one. I guess the slider changes worked, at least for the time being. What was that? I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. So the Lions are now 5-4. The Steamers are now 4-5. That makes things even more interesting in the NFC wildcard race. And this is probably good news for the Thunderbirds in the division. Did you lose week 9? You did. You guys lost to us. So that means you guys suck because we suck. The Niners are 5-3, though. I think you guys are still projected to make the playoffs. Jameis Winston was good. Josh Rosen threw 3 touchdowns. Both quarterbacks were quite good, and they had nearly identical QB ratings. Lions lose. How does America win? Does America hate the Lions or something? Marlon Mack and Clyde Edwards-Hilaire were both pretty good. Anthony Miller was very solid. 5 catches, 61 yards. Yeah, Devin Funchess was an animal. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, the game-winning receiving touchdown. Dak got to go. Yeah, Dak was not very good in this game. He didn't turn the ball over, but he also wasn't all that impressive. Sacks from Mack, Barnett, Pierce, Lowe, and Walty Snowman. And Alex Anzalone with a pick. Okay, I need to see that touchdown again. I also want to see this play again. Hold on. Yeah, Jameis just said, screw it. I'll yeet it up there. And Devin Funchess mossed. Who was 29? Because 29 was murdered on the field. Booth. And then the Clyde touchdown. Were both feet in. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, they were definitely in. Yeah, no, that wasn't even close. What was I seeing? They were clearly in. Okay. L's to Octi and Ian, absolutely unacceptable. If the Niners could win the OFL Bowl this year, that would still be a failure. Losing to Octi and Ian. Check Detroit's last play. That was confusing on Detroit's part. Oh. Too late, I guess. Welcome back, Apple. You missed a really exciting ending. The Steamers came back and beat the Lions 21-17. I'm legally blind. Actually, I have 20/20 vision. Suck it. Alrighty. Week 10. Let's see what happens. Were the Packers 3-5? I think the Packers were 3-5, so they win. And the Thunderbirds obviously had a bye week. All right, starting with the Pack. Oh, the Packers were already 3-5. Okay, or 4-5. I mean, so they had their bye week this week. Panthers win again. They go 2-0 today. They beat the Sentinels 28-14. 4 touchdowns for Baker Mayfield. Tua Tagovailoa came back to earth in a big way. Nice yards per attempt there at 6.9. And he got sacked 6 times. Jeez. Playoff Leonard Fournette with a touchdown. 3 for Devin Duvernay. Michael Thomas was good. Another score for Odell Beckham. 2 sacks allowed by Andrew Thomas. And Jaden Mackey, 1 for Karras. If you lose, yeah, that'd be kind of sad losing both games today. Do I see a 3 in there? 3 sacks for the recently cut J.J. Watt. 2.5 for Aaron Donald. And picks for Eddie Van Nalen, the rookie out of Coastal Carolina, and Kaiser White. Imagine being nervous right now. New England back on the win column. They beat the Raiders. Yes. This is good news for us. 2 touchdowns for Jackson Bo Richter. Eddie Small was outplayed by his fellow rookie Bo Richter. Could be me, because you guys are 7-2. You guys are a pretty good team. Or 6-2. I don't remember exactly, but I know you have 2 losses. If you're not a good team, then so is everybody else in the AFC. Not that the AFC's very good, but 2 sacks for Zadarius Smith. Interception for Jamal Adams. J.J. Watt, future Brown. Well, if that means he's not on the Packers, and I don't really care where he goes, as long as he's not Green Bay. Bucs have now won 4 in a row. They beat the Rams 31-21. And another ridiculous game from Jordan Love, who's been on fire. 4 touchdowns today. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. You lose, you're 6-3. That's still quite good. I mean, you guys only won 4 games last year, so. Terry McLaurin, the leading receiver. Will Disley scores. Cole Kmet scores. Will Fuller, he had 2 touchdowns last week. Taylor Gabriel, the OFL 20 legend, has 2 touchdowns this week. And Jim Kelly finds the end zone for the Rams. Jonathan Cyprien and C.J. Henderson with picks. Makes us not. You guys might still be the 1 seed because the AFC sucks. 42-7. Baltimore gets slapped. That's what she said. By the Chicago Cougars, who coming off a loss, they knew they had to play better. Daniel Jones was sacked like 10 times for the first time these 2 teams played each other. This time he was not sacked once. Drew Lock, though, got sacked 5 times. Drew Lock has not been very good with the Ravens. Joe Mixon, 2 touchdowns. He's been very good for them. Adam Troutman scores twice. Become a useless team again. I mean, 6-3 isn't useless. I mean, you guys, even if you lose today, are probably still the 1 seed. I think you'd be tied with the Cougars. 2 sacks for Corey Littleton. The Cougars are 6-3, right? I think so. 1 loss, 2 loss. Yeah, they're 6-3. So worst case, you'll be tied with them. Saints, bye week. Sentinels lost. Snowhawks back on the win column. They beat the Chargers. This is a good week for us so far. This is because Drew Lock blows chunks. Minshew and Kyler were not good. Look at those completion percentages. Dear God, good thing we didn't watch this game. I think this game was on the poll, too. Miles Sanders scores twice. Zach Pascal scored. When is Elmer supposed to come back? When is he not injured for the Chargers? Hakeem Butler did not catch a pass. 3 Hakeem Butler. He's only supposed to be good on the Chargers in one league. And it ain't this one. Derwin James with a pick. The Steamers, we know they won. Steelers at a bye week. Texans beat the Jaguars 24-21. Again, Colbert was not too bad. Joe Burrow was okay. Why has Joe Burrow been so much worse this year? He has not been good this year. Last year he was incredible. Did the Chiefs win? We've not gotten to the Chiefs, but the Raiders and Chargers both lost. So that's good news for both of us. Damn you, San Diego. I feel like I've still called the Chargers Los Angeles because I've gotten used to that now. And there's still the Chargers here, so I'm not used to them being from San Diego. Toronto, they had a bye week. Titans beat the Eagles. Eagles get back on their tanking ways. The Bulldogs aren't that good. I mean, the Bulldogs are okay. Austin Buckley, again, was quite good. So was Teddy, though. Kareem Hunt over 100 yards. It looks like he's back. Ryan Switzer, Nelson Aguilar, Julio Jones, and Robert Woods all score. Nolan Powers, the first-round rookie with 1.5 sacks. Portland, San Diego was a game that had the lead. You convinced everybody that Memphis, Detroit was better. Yeah, you were definitely right. I mean, I guarantee the results, if that was a watch game, would be different. But, like, Portland and San Diego especially, do not usually provide offense in watch games. The Bengals are inconsistent, but they're actually good now. They beat the red-hot Buffalo Bills. How about them Bengals? Matthew Stafford was solid again. Lamar Jackson wasn't even all that good this time. The Bengals are the weirdest. Patrick Laird was the game's leading rusher. Why? Amari Cooper scores twice. DJ Chark, Patrick Laird, both find the end zone. Why is Patrick Laird good? The Bills obviously just lost to the Bengals. Bucks won. Colts beat the Bulldogs. How about that second half season collapse, Apple? It doesn't look like it. 17 points in the fourth quarter for the Colts. Looks like they ran the ball well. Jared Goff actually kind of struggled. He's been great this year, but not today. Deshaun Watson was not great either, though. All you need is a Cowboys win over the Caps. Well, that's not going to happen. So, whoa, Saquon! 17 carries for $163 and 2 touchdowns. He was really good. Sterling Shepard's been quite good for the Bulldogs this year. Auden Tate scores for the Colts. 2 sacks allowed by Bernard McDonald. Billy Costigan, the X Factor, leading the game in tackles. 2 sacks from Matthew Ioannidis and A.J. Epineza. 1 sack for Poe and Bradley Chubb. 2 interceptions for Xavier Howard doing Xavier Howard type things. London was up 17. Wait, wouldn't they be up 17-7? Okay, yeah. Still a 2-possession game. That's a nice comeback by the Colts. Caps. They actually lost to Dallas. They lost to Dallas. Oh, my gosh. The Cowboys just lost to the Eagles last week, and now they beat the Caps. What? How does that make any sense? The Cowboys are the second worst team in the league. They just lost to the worst team in the league, and now they beat the Caps. Columbus is still 7-2, but James Conner actually touched the ball today. I was not expecting this result in the slightest. Oscar just says, what? The Octi-Jinx is real, clearly. I said there was no way that the Caps were going to lose, and they lost. Maybe the Caps are streaky, just like last year. The Niners beat the Cardinals again, right? San Francisco won the first time. We watched that game. Yeah. The Cardinals' last 2 games were against San Francisco, and they lost both times. That must sting. I think they're both 6-3, but San Francisco now is a head-to-head tiebreaker. Wow, Dak, 3 touchdowns. Smirnoff not on his A game. Look at the Steelers, so inspirational. Caps equal Steelers, maybe. Nice amount of rushing yards for Austin Eckler. Tevin Coleman scores. Denzel Mims with a big game. Corey Davis, Alvin Kamara with receiving touchdowns. Braxton Berrios as well. Get swept, Barker. Husker lost to Ian. Husker lost to me, but he ain't losing to Barker. Looks like the Cardinals had all the sacks, though. That's odd. Yeah, San Francisco only had 1. Chargers won. No, they lost. They lost, that's right. Chiefs beat the Jets 38-32. So Kansas City and the Raiders are now tied for first place. And whoa, Isaiah Thomas from 5 touchdowns. Wow. But yeah, the Chiefs and the Raiders are now first in the division. And if we win, we will also be tied for first with them. Holy, whoa, A.J. Brown had 13 catches. Jesus Christ. You're still getting traded for losing to Octi and Ian for no damn reason. That means you're number 1 in the... That would be correct, yes. Because you're both 7-2, and you guys have the head-to-head over the Caps. So you guys are a 1 seed. Isaiah Thomas heard us talking bad... Well, we weren't even talking bad about Isaiah Thomas, but... I guess he didn't like that I said Smirnoff was a little bit better. Colts won. Oh, God, we're coming up soon. Okay, we won the fighting... We beat the fighting Case Keenums. 30-10, 2-0 today. Chippendale again was good. 4 sacks allowed against Case Keenum, and the Dolphins' tank is actually going to success. You'd think that Madden would win games for the Dolphins because Madden hates RSV, but ever since Painter got hurt, they're actually tanking properly. Give you Player of the Week. I would have to imagine you're going to win Player of the Week, yeah. Big game for Hawkinson. You love to see it. Kirk and Deontay Harris both score. Juju did nothing, though, but not that it really matters. Case doing the Lord's work. Two sacks. Shaq Barrett had 4 sacks today. 2 in the first game, 2 in the second game. I think Boomy regrets trading me Shaq Barrett for Drew Lock. Dolphins lost. Eagles lost. Niners won. Jags lost. Jets lost. And that brings us back to Detroit. That is everybody. What's good, Hank? Welcome to the stream, my guy. So, yeah, the Thunderbirds have a number 1 seed, correct. Then the Colts and the Caps are tied at 7-2. Eagles are still the worst team in the league because they are not very good. Only 2 2-win teams. The Dolphins and the Ravens. Looking at these standings, the Cougars are still 2 games ahead in the North, but the Bengals are starting to play better. Now, knowing the Bengals... They're going to find a way to fall in some, like, long losing streak now. But do you prefer Niners win over Arizona? Probably. I mean, that helps your case for the 1 seed, so yeah. Colts still lead the South, although the Texans and Titans both won today. The Bills lead the East. I don't think anybody wants to win this division. What if New England sneaks in at, like, 8-8 and makes the OFL wall? That would be hilarious. AFC West, 3 teams are now 5-4. The Chiefs, Diablos, and Raiders. We've won 3 in a row. Nice amount of points allowed, plus 100. And then the Chargers are a game back at 4-5. Toronto, 2 games ahead of the Lions in the North. Steamers and Packers still in the fight for the wild card race. Green Bay has won 3 in a row. The Panthers and Bucks are 6-3. They are deadlocked for first, just like last year. Just like last year, it was the Panthers and Bucks at the top, and the Saints and the Sentinels not too far behind. If you guys don't make the playoffs, you guys are still 3 games ahead of the Bulldogs. So the Caps could, like, collapse, go 9-7, and probably still make it. Niners, Snowhawks, and Cardinals are all tied for first in the NFC West. Rams are still in the fight for the playoffs. They have a positive point differential. All right, current seedings. Colts 1, Cougars 2, Chiefs 3, Bills 4, Diablos 5, Raiders 6, Texans 7. That was pretty straightforward. NFC. Thunderbirds 1, Caps 2, Niners 3, Panthers 4, Snowhawks 5, Cardinals 6, Bucks 7. Again, pretty straightforward. Lions are the only team that's over 500, I believe, who is not in the playoffs at the moment, correct? Yes, that is correct. With how good the NFC is, 9-7, I mean, the NFC is really good, but your division isn't good. So, you guys should still easily win that division. Players of the week: Jordan Love, Isaiah Thomas, Xavier Howard, and Zarius Smith. All right, so let's take a look at injuries of weeks 11 and 12 schedule. That will be streamed on Monday, and then I'll end the stream. Any new big injuries? I think Curtis Samuel was already hurt, yeah. Cam Hayward was already hurt. Jaquan Gore's still out for another 4 weeks. Kevin Byard is injured. That's new. He's out for 3. Chris Carson, obviously. I don't remember that at the end of last stream, but he is. He's out for another 2 weeks. Awards. Yes, I have to do awards too. I forgot. Chris Harris out for 1 week. The Bengals have gotten hit hard. Yannick Ngakoue out 6. Raheem Mostert out 9. Derek Pollard out for the rest of the year. Takk McKinley, I don't know if he was hurt, but he is now. J.D. McKissick, broken collarbone. He's been good this year. Ruptured disc for Gerard Richardson, Jair Alexander, and Tremaine Edmonds are hurt. The Cougars have been really good in both seasons 1 and 2, but they've gotten hit probably harder than anybody by the injury bug. And I think both of those injuries are new, yeah. No injuries for the Diablos. Another 3 weeks for Painter. Another 6 for Drummel. And that is everybody. Okay. Carson is out for all of next stream, which is the Cowboys. Well, the Cowboys might not be as easy as we thought. The Eagles should still be a win, though, for you guys. All right, week 11. Jags, Bulldogs. That's a little bit intriguing. Panthers, Bucks. For first place in the division. I want to watch this game. And I haven't even seen the rest, but I want to watch that. Steelers, Patriots isn't awful. Diablos, Rams isn't bad. You already saw the Texans play the Colts. Yeah, I don't even... Well, I guess Chiefs, Chargers is interesting. But I don't know if we even need a poll. Bucks and Panthers seems like the game to watch here. Week 12, Jags, Texans is a little bit interesting. Bulldogs, Caps. If the Bulldogs start to make things interesting in the NFC East, this game could be interesting. Colts, Diablos. That's a really good game, and we have not watched the Diablos yet this year. Yeah, that looks like a game here. Chiefs, Rams isn't bad. Niners, Panthers. A playoff rematch of last year. Right? Yeah, they played each other last year. That was the game where my controller was dying right at the end. Saints, Cardinals isn't bad. Okay, we got some good games here. I hope we watch our game in Week 12, because that looks really fun against the Colts. Cowboys are going to be like the Pistons, beat all the good teams. That's true. Want to see the T-Birds and Cowboys win just to see Nick lose. Your team has a better chance of losing than Sam. Well, I don't think we're going to be watching the Cowboys or Eagles this year, so... Matt Ryan is the favorite for MVP. He also probably leads the league in interceptions. Hold on. What are his numbers? 2,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 picks. Does that lead the league? It can't. Only in the OFL, the interceptions leader is the favorite for the MVP. He might have the triple crown. Most yards, most touchdowns, and most picks. Lamar is third? Lamar's not even good in this league. I don't agree with Lamar being third. Lamar should not be ahead of any of these guys. He should not. Maybe Rodgers, but that's it. Apple is now the favorite for Coach of the Year. Why is Mahomes not in the top 10? I have no clue. I don't know how Mahomes is not in the top 10, but you have Matt Ryan and Lamar Jackson at 1 and 3. That's absurd to me. Matt Ryan and Lamar Jackson are not good. They're not. Ooh, Shaq Barrett is in second. Nice. Eddie Small, still the favorite for Rookie of the Year, but I imagine Chippendale is making it close. Colbert has fallen to 4th. Gregory Chance is the highest rated non-quarterback. Garrison Parks, now the favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Snow is only in 5th. Because he's kind of fallen off a little bit. Without Mahomes, your team would be poo-poo. Well, I mean, considering Keaton won a game at quarterback, not really. Matt Ryan, best QB. I don't agree with that in the slightest. Saquon Barkley, best running back. That is fair. Chris Godwin, best receiver. The Colts are taking to the hardware. This offensive lineman is Zach Martin. That's not a huge surprise. Shaq Barrett and Garrett, 1 and 2, the dynamic duo. You love to see it. Best linebacker, Joe Schobert. Best defensive back, 63 overall, Trayvon Henderson. What a guy. Chiefs have 3 of the top 4 with Steven Nelson and Ronald Darby. What an odd group of players. Hunter Black is the best kicker. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Wentz. I don't think Rodgers should be that high, but then again, I mean, Dak hasn't been all that good. Watson has not been all that good. Garoppolo's not all that good. Allen has not been that good. So it's really just these 5. Are these the only good quarterbacks in the conference? I mean, Buckley is still improving. He's not great. Kyler sucks. Tua sucks. Who else am I forgetting? The Steamers have not had a consistent starter. Where's Baker? Baker should be in the top 6. Chiefs got the best defensive backcourt in the league, clearly. Aaron Donald, 6-man. 6-man. Why did I say 6-man? I saw 6 on the screen somewhere. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald. Aaron Nash, best receiver. Best Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jesus Christ. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Reggie Peters. We're struggling here down the stretch. Jordan Love, best quarterback. He's been on a tear. Zeke is the best running back. Best receiver is Sterling Shepard. Is Nash in here? He's in 9th. Nice. David Bakhtiari, best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman is Aaron Donald. Best linebacker is Patrick Queen. Peters is definitely running away with Defensive Rookie of the Year. Wait, how high is he in defensive lineman? Hold on. He is 6th. He should probably be higher. Xavier Howard, best defensive back. And best kicker is Justin Tucker. All right. So that... Didn't I say I was going to show stats next episode? Or next stream? As in this one? I don't know if I did, but I'll show stats anyway. Yeah, Matt Ryan leads the league in yards. He does not lead the league in touchdowns. Okay, that's Jordan Love. So he does not have the Triple Crown at the moment. 7 sacks for a rookie is kind of good through, what, 9 games? Yeah, that is kind of good. Chippendale's numbers are better than I thought. He's played a lot better lately. I got to give him credit. He started the year off really bad, and now he's figured it out. The rushing champ currently, Saquon Barkley. Has everybody had their bye week? I think every team is out of bye week. Because nobody's played 10 games. I know Madden loves doing all the bye weeks super early, but I figured one team would still have a bye week. Godwin leads the league in yards by about 100. Who leads in receptions? That would be A.J. Brown with 70. That's a lot of catches. Keenan Allen leads the league in receiving touchdowns with 8. All right, we'll go to about like 350. And then we'll go to defense. Or I guess offensive line. Surprised to see Eric Ebron here. Didn't think I would. Deion Dawkins, Joe Tooney, and Hamon Brown. Hamon! Have not allowed a sack. Mekhi Becton is still allowed the most. Seems like that's common with him. This is not real-life Mekhi Becton. 6 sacks, 9 games played. Nice. Tackle leaders, Joe Schobert by an absolute country mile. A lot of guys had 61 tackles. TFLs, D Ford is 13, Daniil Hunter, Javon Hargrave, and Kyle Van Noy also on the top 10. We'll do sacks by conference because the tackles are weird. So Shaq Barrett is 13. Barrett and Garrett, 1 and 2. The only player with half the amount of over half the amount of sacks that Barrett has is Garrett. Then in the NFC, the leader is Aaron Donald. Reggie Peters is tied for second, Nick. There you go. So Garrett is third, and Barrett is first. Love to see it. Xavier Howard has 5 picks. Travion Henderson with 4. Actually, we should check this by conference again. Henderson leads VAFC. All 63 over all of them. And Howard leads the NFC. Remember, Marcus May had 3 interceptions all in one game. Fumble forces. Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams have allowed 3. Lau and Nwosu have allowed 2. Fumble recoveries, Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams have 2. Okay. Does anybody have multiple defensive touchdowns? No. Who's played the most downs? Jordan Poyer has. Kicking, has anybody gone perfect? Harrison Butker, Hunter Black, and Alexander Myers have not missed a kick. Neither is Justin Tucker, but Black has attempted 2 field goals and Myers has attempted 3. So really it's just Butker and Tucker. Which I guess isn't a surprise because they're like 2 of the best kickers in the league. Sam Cook has the most punts. The least punts is Braden Mann with 15. Who has the most inside the 20? That would be Chris Jones with 12. How about kick returns? Average yards per kick return is the GOAT, Malcolm Tremblay. Alex Howard, Nate Boston, Bobby Wilson also have touchdowns. And then punt returns. We've got 2 for Tyreek Hill. Jakeem Grant has 1 and Alex Howard has 1. All right. Good stuff. You want to see Mahomes stats? Did you miss them? Boom. 2,200 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Only been sacked 12 times, too. All right, that will do it. Weeks 11 and 12 will be this Monday. I plan on getting upgrades out tomorrow, so a lot of OFL stuff these next few days. Hope you all are ready for that. And I'm out. Peace.